Welcome to San Francisco's newly revitalized El Taraval line. This isn't just a transit corridor upgrade, it's a community transformation. Taraval Street has undergone a complete makeover from 10 feet below the street to 30 feet above. It's all part of the El Taraval Improvement Project, a commitment to improve transit performance and make the streets safer for all who use them. Completed on time and on budget, this multi-agency construction project is a once-in-a-generation investment to bring safer, more reliable train service, increased accessibility, a more beautiful corridor, a refreshed roadway, and reliable water and sewer systems for decades to come. Safety is at the forefront of this transformation. New train boarding platforms are a game changer for safety. Before the project, nearly 5 people per year were hit by vehicles while getting on or off trains. We've added 22 new or extended boarding platforms along the El Taraval route, so riders no longer exit the train onto the street alongside traffic.
When my kids were really young, it was hard because they would want to plunge off that train straight into the street up on the R stop. Here now we have this beautiful platform that's a lot broader, so when they are excited to get off the train and get home, I feel a lot better about them jumping straight off the train. Having an island where they can step onto has been a giant, giant improvement.
These high visibility crosswalks not only look good, they help improve safety by making crossing areas more noticeable to drivers. Sidewalk extensions at intersection corners, known as bulb outs, shorten the distance needed to cross the street and slow down turning vehicles. These and other safety treatments are proven tools to reduce the risk of collisions, making the El Taraval corridor safer and more inviting for people walking and driving. Another key part of the project was replacing 2 miles of train tracks for the first time in almost 50 years. The old tie and ballast trackway was built for Muni's old PCC streetcars and older light rail trains, not today's modern light rail vehicles, and it was notoriously noisy and prone to vibration. These new rails will make for a smoother, quieter ride and require less maintenance.
It's much quieter with the new track improvements. I've lived off the El Taraval the entire time, and we used to play a fun game called Earthquake or Muni when it came by, and now we don't have to play anymore.
Before, when the streetcar went by, I literally, out of just habit, would stop talking because the streetcars would rumble past. Now I can carry that conversation on. I like the fact that there's not a 3.4 earthquake that goes by every time one of those streetcars rolls by now. It's quiet. It feels like they're gliding on glass.
But this project is more than rails and concrete. It's about people engaging with their community. Local residents and merchants have told us what their community needs and what they want in their neighborhood: a quieter, more reliable train ride and safer streets for people walking.
I think it's essential. I'm super excited, and it's wonderful to have like a safe, reliable way to get to work downtown. I work all the way out on the Embarcadero, so I take it to the end of the line every day.
Through numerous open houses, public meetings, and surveys, community members have helped shape everything from where the train stop should go, to the curb plan, to selecting tree species and artwork for the corridor. We also relied on community feedback during construction of the project, with voting held to choose where to store construction materials and how to sequence the construction. As a result, the project was split into 2 segments to reduce impacts to the community. Accessibility is also at the forefront of the design. New features ensure that people of all abilities can enjoy seamless travel along the El Taraval. These accessible platforms, installed at key locations along the corridor, have a raised boarding area that is level with the train to help people with walking aids or strollers board more easily.
Warning lights are flashing.
Accessible pedestrian signal announcements assist people with visual impairments to cross the street. New curb ramps are essential in providing an accessible path of travel onto and off of sidewalks. The Sunset District has long been shaped by transit, and the El Terraval continues this tradition, linking past to present. On the heels of the newly built Twin Peaks Tunnel, Muni's El Terraval line first opened as a shuttle from West Portal to 33rd Avenue in 1919. But it wasn't until a few years later that the trains began to use the tunnel, sparking a massive population boom. Previously, riders had to transfer to the K line to go east of what is today known as the West Portal neighborhood. By 1923, passengers could catch a one-seat ride on the El Terraval between downtown and 48th Avenue. For the first time, San Franciscans had a direct rail connection from the waters of the bay to the Pacific Ocean tides. The El Terraval streetcars brought a surge of new development as people could easily access the southwestern neighborhoods. Homes and businesses sprung up from the once empty dunes. This vital east-west corridor continues to be the spine of the neighborhood, carrying over 30,000 daily riders when service last ran the full route in 2019. Today, it's the bustling local businesses that give this area its flavor. From cozy cafes to quirky boutiques, the El Terraval connects you to the best of San Francisco's small business scene.
I love the fact that it's not a monocultural street, it's multicultural. So we've got Korean, Chinese, Vietnamese, French, Italian, we've got Irish. We've just got a lot of good mix on this street of restaurants and businesses in those cultural veins, and good old American.
Having this local line definitely help our small businesses because this is, again, a small community, and the traffic here is probably not enough, for example, to generate big revenue. But with the L train bringing people from other parts of the city to this area definitely has helped us, the small merchants as well, to generate more business.
Terraval Street is a vibrant reflection of the Outer Sunset's unique character. This 2-mile stretch of public transit isn't just about getting from point A to B. It's about reimagining how we move through our city to shop, dine, and experience more in the places we live.
I grew up in the suburbs where to get anywhere I had to take a car. I tried to take a bus once. That was a hilarious experience that I never did again as a teenager. But now my kids can visit their friends all across the city. I mean, it's a huge increase in their freedom and independence, which, it's one of the reasons that we chose to raise a family in San Francisco.
It's wonderful to have a safe, clean, reliable way to get to work. For the neighborhood, I'm super excited about what it means to bring other people back to our neighborhood. We have a lot of really interesting shops and restaurants, and I'm excited to see how much more vibrant everything becomes when it's easier for people to get out here.
A lot of people know each other. It's kind of a close-knitted community. For example, in my shop, I know a lot of our customers by name. When they come here, I already know what they're going to order, and I have it ready, for example.
What I'm most excited about is that the street is now beautified. We have new paved roads and new rails and new lighting, new boarding islands.
Today, your new Terraval Street features new rail, upgraded water and sewer pipes, 5 new transit priority signals that hold green lights when trains approach, sidewalk extensions to make pedestrian crossings safer, high visibility crosswalks and curb ramps, safe boarding islands and accessible platforms, and new trees, landscaping, and art. Is it time you experience this corridor all the way to the end of the line? With great food, walks on the beach, and San Francisco Zoo adventures just a short ride away, now the Sunset District is more accessible than ever.